In this video, we're gonna dig into the analytics and paid promo on IG. Let's dig into it. What's up, people? This is Clint on behalf of Airbit, and today we're going to talk about analytics, how to use your analytics on IG to grow your brand and grow your following. And we're also going to talk a little bit about paid promo and how you can use that to accelerate that growth. So if you haven't already, make sure you change your Instagram profile to either a business account or a creator's account so that you can see these detailed analytics. I don't believe you can access them with just a regular IG account, so make sure you switch your account over so you can have access to these things such as ads and analytics so that you can continue to grow your brand on IG. So why are followers, reach, and impressions in these things important, especially if you're trying to grow your brand on IG? Let's talk about it. It's hard to build a brand if people don't know about the brand. So the importance of reaching as many people as possible and brand awareness is so we can increase that awareness and put our brands in front of more people and hopefully gain more followers, which will hopefully grow into new customers. So increasing your reach and impressions means you're exposing your brand to more people and making them aware that you actually exist. So I mentioned reach and impressions. Let's define what reach and impression is and what's the difference between the two. So reach equals the total number of unique accounts on IG that seen your post and engaged with that post in some way, shape, or form. That could be a comment, that could be a like, a share, a save, something like that. And impressions is the total number of times users saw your post. Impressions are usually higher than reach because impressions count exposure, whereas reach counts interaction. Now, if we go into our analytics dashboard or we go into a specific post, we can see details such as website clicks, call clicks, email clicks, and different engagement metrics that are important for generating leads or sales, or leads and or sales. And why is that important? Let's talk about that. So the reason this is super important is because when you're going back and you're reviewing the content that you've posted over, 7 days, 14 days, a month, a year, you want to see which post had the most reach, had the most engagement, had the most email clicks, had the most website clicks. So now you know exactly which types of content is going to perform better when you're, either creating an ad or creating more content that you want people to take a specific action on. You can even view follower engagement times, which is going to show you the best times, to post content to maximize that reach and that engagement. Using these analytics will allow you to create similar content to drive similar results because now you have data to back up the fact that it works, and you want to do more of what works and less of what doesn't work. So as you're posting this dope content and you're posting content that now works and has been proven in the past, don't forget to engage on this content via replies, likes, story replies, when people share your stories, different things to help build community, because as you build community, you're building your brand as well. And people are going to be able to interact with you on a personal level, especially through things like IG Lives and your stories. This is just going to help further build that trust in your brand. Now, of course, nothing beats consistency when it comes time to posting this content. So if you need help being consistent, or if you notice that, your users engage during a time where you're tied up doing other things, you can use different websites and services to schedule your content so it can still post during that peak time of engagement. You can use sites like hootsuite.com, preview.app, or later.com to go ahead and schedule your post out for, however many days you need to, a day at a time, a week at a time, whatever works for you. Now let's talk a little bit about paid promo on IG. So there's two different ways you can, promote an ad or run an ad or promote your post on IG. The first way is directly on the IG app, and I'll walk you through how to do that briefly in a moment here. Or you can use the Facebook Ads Manager on Facebook to create those ads, which I like to use the Ads Manager because you're able to get a little bit more detailed in your targeting and things like that and interest on Facebook. And I feel like you just have a little more control to do some different things on, on Ad Manager versus just the IG app. But if you want to get something up quick, then you can, use the IG app right there. Go ahead, boost a post and see how it works for you. Try out both, see which one you like the best, and go from there. So let's talk about some reasons why you may want to take advantage of paid promo on IG. Number one, you can target your audience more accurately. A lot of times when we're posting and creating content and we're just putting it out there organically, you never know who will end up seeing it, right? You hope people who are in your target audience would share with people who are also in your target audience. But when you run a promo or a paid ad, you're able to really get specific on who you want to see this ad. If you want people who are interested in Logic Pro, Ableton, Pro Tools to see a specific ad, then you can target and input those interests into your ad campaign. With paid promo, you're also able to boost your brand awareness in a way that, sometimes organically takes a little bit longer, but paid ads, you can kind of accelerate that and get it in front of more people faster. When you're running an ad campaign, you can also track the results of that ad campaign. You can do A/B tests on each ad campaign, especially through Ad Manager. It allows you to kind of A/B test different ad sets. So if you have two different pictures and you want to test it with the same text, but just two different pictures, you can do that. If you have the same picture, but you want to try different text, you can do that as well. So you have a lot more flexibility. You can track results and you can kind of do some cool things and test and see what works. Another great thing about paid promo on IG is that you can do it no matter what your budget is. So if you want to start with just $5 a day, you can do that. If you want to go all the way up to $100 a day, you can do that as well. It's very, very flexible with the budget, and you can start small, and then as you grow, you can kind of increase that budget over time. If you're using Facebook Ad Manager, you can target your audience all the way down to a specific age group, to a specific income range, to a specific area or region. Like if you only want to target people in Atlanta, you can literally just put Atlanta. And what's even more powerful is if you want to go outside of just your city, you can literally target the world if you want. Like you can target people in specific countries, regions, and states. It just allows you to reach everybody. So right now I'm going to share my screen and walk you through how to quickly set up an ad on IG directly from the IG app. Okay, so once you're on your IG profile, and again, make sure you have either the business or creator account so that you have the ability to run ads on that account. You should see where it says Add Tools. I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to choose a post. A lot of times I like to test content that already worked organically, and then I'll go and throw money, ad dollars behind what already worked. So once that loads up, here you can select the post type. So whether it's a photo, video, carousel, the one I want to use was a carousel. So I'm going to select that. And then that should pull up all of my carousel posts. Again, once I looked at, my insights dashboard, I knew that this 3 mistakes every producer needs to avoid to get TV placements was a top carousel post. So I'm going to select that and then use that and run an ad on that. So I'm going to select next. And then here you can select the goal of your ad. Do you want more profile visits, which is good for brand awareness? If you just want people to come straight to your profile, you want them to learn more about you, that's a great objective. Or if you want to send them to a website to maybe download something, a free guide, a free beat, whatever, you can do that. And then it'll allow you to select whatever website you want. Or if you just want them to DM you. So pretty much once there'll be like a little bar underneath that ad where they can click on it, and it'll send them straight to your direct message so you can continue the conversation and kind of go from there. For this one, at the end of the post, I had DM me for my blueprint. So I'm going to select more messages. That's going to drive them in my DM. And then from there, send them a nice voice message. Let them know I'm a human being. And then here you can define your audience. This is the part where I feel like Ads Manager is a little more detailed than the app here on IG. Of course, you can kind of create your own audience. So let's give them a name. Let's say Clint's people. And then location, let's see if we can just do like United States in general. Okay, so we'll do United States. and then hit done. All right, so interest, I know producers like things like Pro Tools. Look, Logic Pro. See, they got some stuff automatically pulling up here, which is pretty cool. FL Studio, let's go. FL Gang. Native Instruments, producers love that stuff. Isotope, let's go. So I'll just select a few there. You can get, you can add more if you want. It's saying it's too broad. So, if you want to narrow it, I think get right there in the middle to where it's good. But here we can select the age and gender. So most of the people that engage in my content is like 24 to 35. So now that moved me from too broad to great. And that's what you want. You don't want it too broad and you don't want it too narrow, and that'll kind of affect your ad performance. And then, the majority of my audience is male. I mean, that's just the way it is. But if you want to select both, because I know there's some dope female producers out there, so I'm gonna keep it on male and female so that the ladies can benefit from this information too. Let's go. All right, so we'll hit done, and then boom, that's it. I just leave target expansion on, let the algorithm do whatever it wants to do. Click done, and then, yeah, then Clint's People is selected. We'll hit next. Here, this is where you can set your ad budget, your daily budget. So you can go all the way down to $1 a day. There's no excuse. So you can go $1 a day. Let's start with, I don't know, I'll do like $10 a day for the next 5 days. And it says estimated reach will be 3,400 to 9,000 people. Click on next. And then it has you can select your payment method and all that stuff. Boom, and then you should be good to go. I should start getting a bunch of DMs from people who want to learn how to get beats placed on TV. And that's it. So now your ad is sent off for review. That can take up to 24 hours, just depends. Sometimes I've seen it take longer. Sometimes it's pretty quick. But once it's running, you should start seeing active above this ad here. It'll say active, and it'll let you know how many people are reached and how much you've spent so far. And then it'll also allow you to see different insights once that starts rotating. You'll see the organic insights and you'll see the ads, the things that you've gotten from ads and message conversions and things like that. So that's how you quickly set up an ad in Instagram. It's super simple on the app, and I use it still on the app in addition to ads managers. Like if I want to get more advanced, a more robust campaign, then I'll use Ad Manager on Facebook. But if I just want something quick and I, just want to boost a post that I know worked on IG, I'll just go ahead and do that directly from the app, and then just set however length, however many days I want it to run, and then go from there. And it's worked, and it's gave me a return on my investment as well. So that is an overview of IG ads and analytics. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. If it was, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, be sure to join the Airbit community over on Discord. The link to that will be in the description. That's all I have for you today. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.